What is going on, my Houston Texans family? Hope you all are having a blessed Monday. Hey, Houston Texans football, it's right around the corner. We are 11 days away from training camp. Let me know down below which days you plan on attending. I plan to be at every single Houston Texans training camp that is available to the public. I also applied for some credentials, so wish your boy some luck. Hopefully, we can get those and get you guys the best Houston Texans latest news, rumors, and updates. With that being said, we're going to do what we did last week and talk about some Houston Texans players that we are keeping an eye on heading into this year, heading into this training camp. Last week, it was Jake Andrews, potentially your new starting center. All in the offseason, it was Juice Scruggs or Jared Patterson. What we've come to find out at OTAs and minicamp, it's Jake Andrews. So we talked about how he is someone that we are going to watch. This next guy is also going to be a new starter on the offensive line, and that is Laken Tomlinson. I'm going to tell you what I mean. My name is Ruben Calavillo. This is the 713 Houston Sportcast, where I drop daily Houston Texans content. Please make sure you guys are following me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for the latest Houston Texans news, rumors, and updates. We also have a lot of good things coming from this channel. We have a location secured for week 1. I'm so excited for this season. But ladies and gentlemen, continuing on, Laken Tomlinson. Now, with Jake Andrews, I said he is probably your new starting center. Well, Laken Tomlinson, you could pencil it in. If I was a betting man, I would put everything I own on Laken Tomlinson being the starting left guard for the Houston Texans in 2025. Now, if you remember, in free agency, Laken Tomlinson was very active on social media. Why you should sign me is because I'm healthy and because I start. When I look at the resume here, last year with Seattle Seahawks, 17 games played, 17 games started. 2023, 2022, his 2 years with the New York Jets, both 17 games played, both 17 games started. He was in San Francisco for about 6 years. His last year in 2021, he was a Pro Bowler. So, not too far ago, was one of the better left guards of this league. You see the D'Amico Ryans connection there. I feel like that's one of the reasons why he is here in Houston. If you go back and look at his interview with Mark Vandermeer and John Harris, I believe it came out last week, just the way he talks about the offensive line and the team really is, when you hear him say things like that, it's a no-brainer why the Houston Texans brought him in. But check this out, my dog Odie is scared of the thunder, right, Odie? But moving into training camp, what I want to see from Laken is be one of the best O-linemen out there. Because I'm gonna say this, and y'all tell me if I'm lying. If you had an opportunity the last 2 years to go to a Houston Texans training camp, the offensive line was god-awful. I mean, it got to the point last year where Will Anderson Jr. and Daniil Hunter were running around C.J. Stroud, just letting him complete the play because they were whooping the offensive line ass, and we were just dismissing it as, oh, it's training camp. Oh, it's training camp. I don't think we should take those signings lightly like we did the previous 2 years. Because I'm going to say it today. I'm going to say it tomorrow. The Houston Texans are an offensive line away from a Super Bowl. So I want to see Laken Tomlinson go out there and be the best lineman out there. Be there every single day. Because that's what you yourself said is the reason why you should sign me. The best ability is availability. And I want to see Laken out there. I want to see him also be a leader, but be a number 2 to Titus Howard. And Titus Howard, I think, is going to become the head honcho of the O-line group. But Laken Tomlinson, be the Robin, be the sidekick, be the number 2. There is a lot riding on Laken Tomlinson, ladies and gentlemen, because not only is he here to install this new culture with the offensive line, he's also here to take one of the worst offensive lines to Who knows what this offensive line could be in 2025? Because you heard me say many times before, I don't want the a top offensive line in the NFL. Now I would love that. I've never had that though. Realistically, if this offensive line moves out of the top 10, that's an improvement. Now, it's a improvement, not one that we get to hang our heads high on, but an improvement nonetheless. You got better 1% every day. That's what D'Amico Ryan said in his Shannon Sharp podcast last offseason. Laken Tomlinson being there every single day, being the best lineman out there, like it is clear that Laken is one of the best ones out there. Then I'm feeling confident about this entire offensive line, because you can't have someone come in and we're already viewing Laken Tomlinson as a leader. I mean, he's getting, radio interviews. He goes out there and he's getting his ass beat. Houston, we got a problem. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you guys let me know your thoughts and comments on this Houston Texans offensive line. For more Houston Texans content, you guys all know what to do. Feel free to follow me for more. Go Houston. Have a blessed day.